Welcome to the session of Wellness Wonder. Today I am going to review the year 2023, that is the good, the bad, and the ugly in 2023. Technology. That is, 2023 has been an exciting year for the technology sector, particularly prospects of artificial intelligence as a game changer for several industries. It is time for a preliminary assessment of what worked, that is good, what not, that is bad, and what was downright awful. The year is almost up and the opinions are in. It is time to look at the breakthroughs made by the technology sector in 2023. It is time for a preliminary assessment of what worked, the good, and what did not, the bad, and to adjust future plans and expectations. Moreover, it is time to look back at some of the most controversial technology sectors of the year and reassess strategies whether you engage with the sector as a consumer, professional, or business executive. Here is Spikeworks news and insights rundown of the good, the bad, and the ugly in tech in 2023. The good in tech in 2023: generative AI. Artificial intelligence or AI was the technological breakthrough that defined 2023, even if the product that led to its widespread organizational adaptation and acclaim and sparked the ongoing regulatory discourse was released in November 2019. Only a handful of companies have genuinely mastered large language models LLMs, and even fewer when it comes to LLMs as advanced as generative pre-trained transformer 4 GPT-4. Still, the API based access to LLMs unleashed the potential for technological innovation and application for real world scenarios. Additionally, the emergence of multi modality in generative AI should open up many never thought of use cases. Multimodal generative AI is the ability to deliver multisensory immersive experiences by accepting inputs and generating outputs in multiple data types such as texts, images, audio, videos, depth, inertia, and more. It is important to note that multimodal generative, while an exciting prospect, is limited to scope for development because of the need for more relevant training data. Next is immersive technology. In 2023, Apple finally announced its arrival in the immersive tech space after years of reticence on the topic. But when it did, the company made sure to leave almost everyone impressed with the level of sophistications it could bring to its new product. At the Worldwide Developers Conference 2023 in June, Apple announced the Apple Vision Pro mixed reality handset and headset, which made a mark on attendees the new device's most significant plus point. It is M2 chip and special computing features that despite the $3,499 tag price make Apple Vision Pro a valuable proposition. Reportedly, made by production delays, the Apple Vision Pro is expected to be available sometime next year. Only the Apple Car and its generative AI development efforts remain secret now. A few months down the line, in September, Meta unveiled the Meta Quest 3, which runs on Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chip, the third iteration of Meta's AR versus VR devices, has met with the positive feedback, especially considering its significantly competitive $500 price tag compared to both the $1,000 Quest Pro and Apple Vision Pro. Third one is Frontier Supercomputer, developed in collaboration with HPE and located at Oak Ridge National Laboratory (ORNL). The Frontier Supercomputer again topped the top 500 list of the world's fastest supercomputers and broke the exascale barrier. The $6,000 million Frontier supercomputer is the first exascale system. That is, it can perform 1 quintillion 1018 floating point operations per second, or an exaflop, that is 1.194 exaflops to be precise. It is based on the latest HPE Cray EX23 5A architecture. It features approximately 9,402 nodes, including 50,000 processors, including AMD EPYC 64C2 GHz, custom AMD Radeon Instinct 250X accelerators, a combined GPU and CPU core count of 8 crore 6,99,904 hot 11 interconnect housed at ORNL in Tennessee in a space roughly equivalent to 2 tennis courts. The Frontier Systems number crunching power is expected to come in handy for upcoming compute intensive scientific innovations across biology, cancer research, pharmacology, meteorology, natural disaster prediction, climate change, designing energy efficient engines, particle accelerators, and modular nuclear reactors, studying the origin of the universe, dark energy, and dark matter, and more. Fourth one is gadgets and hardware. Every year, hundreds of new devices flood the consumer electronics market, though the truly memorable gadgets can be zeroed down to a number countable on your hands. The following hardware and devices, most of which are launched in the second half of the 2023, stood out of this year. Smartphones: Google Pixel 8 Pro and Apple iPhone 15 Pro, both big technological giants, managed to hit the spot of this year with respective offerings. Laptops: 15-inch MacBook Air and Microsoft Surface Laptop Studio 2. The former is successful recuperating falling MacBook numbers over the years, while the latter has received a less than ideal but positive response from critics. Consumer chips: Inlet debuted its Core i9 14900K in December. So we will move on to the next best value for many hardware, the company offers to go toe to toe against Apple's M2 Ultra chip, the Core i7 14700K. Smart home devices. Amazon Echo Hub's compatibility with 1,40,000 smart devices through both Matter and Thread standards is a winner in itself. Add an infrared sensor, a home view feature, and a centralized control, and you have a winner. Smart glasses. With the Bay banned Meta smart glasses, Meta wanted to clear the criticism it received for Bay banned stories, and the boy did it succeed. Next is quantum computing. In December 2023, almost two dozen researchers from the Harvard University, supported by Q Era Computing, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Princeton University, the US National Institute of Standards and Technology, the University of Maryland scientists achieved a major breakthrough to usher in the quantum computing age. Under optimization with noisy intermediate scale quantum QNISQ devices, a program funded by US Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency NDARPA, researchers could build the first quantum circuit with the logical quantum bits, qubits, that could accelerate fault tolerant quantum computing and revolutionize concepts for designing quantum computer processors. These are the good things which happened in the year 2023. Now, the bad in tech in 2023. The sensational LK99 until it was not. LK99, the supposed room temperature supercomputer, turned out to be a damp squib. Research on the material, which was claimed to exhibit lossless electric flow at 127 degree centigrade, 26 Q degree Fahrenheit, the ambient pressure without needing a coolant, went viral on social media in July. Potential benefits of lossless electricity include highly efficient electricity grids, faster digital interconnects for computer systems, and efficient, not to mention economical magnets used to build faster trains, particle accelerators, MRI machines, and even fusion reactors. A claim made by Sukbei Lee, Ji Hoon Kim, and their team at South Korean startup Quantum Energy Research Center was extraordinary, considering the highest supercomputing temperatures at the ambient pressure is near 138 degrees centigrade, minus 10 degree Fahrenheit, minus 23 Celsius. Made of lead, phosphorus, oxygen, and copper, an unorthodox mix to achieve magnetism, it was later concluded that LK99's copper sulfide impurities caused partial levitation of the material and thus led the researchers to superconductivity. While nobody was proven, the LK99 samples studied in the original reports don't supercomputer. The balance of the evidence right now strongly favors other explanations. Most scientists studying superconductivity do not see much reason to continue looking at LK99, noted the Michael further, professor at Monash University's School of Physics and Astronomy. Second one is Apple's patent fragment dispute with the Massimo. This week, Apple will hold off selling two of its latest smartwatches, Watch Series 9 or Ultra 2 from December 21 over a patent dispute medical device maker. Massimo filed in the International Trade Commission ITC, first reported by 9 to 5 back. Apple is preemptively halting sales the week before the Christmas to comply with an import ban the ITC instituted in October. In two cases, Massimo has alleged that Apple has infringed 10 patents, including the blood oxygen sensor SpO2 the iPhone maker entered into a working relationship with the Massimo in 2013 for a possible collaboration with or an acquisition of the company. Instead, it post Michael O'Reilly, the current head of the Apple's health special projects, eh, alleged as alleged by Massimo, not to mention multiple other employees, including engineers. Apple doesn't del- delineate what percentage of its $39.8 billion 18 months ended September 2023 wearable home and accessories revenue is contributed by smartwatch sales. Nevertheless, it can seriously dent its holiday season numbers when Apple upsells at 3 p.m. EST on December 21. The only saving grace for Apple could be the third party retailers and a prudential review on the matter, whose deadline runs until Christmas Eve. The development can ring alarm bells with the smaller tech players who could begin to ask, is it a sound strategy to associate with Apple or other big tech companies? Third one is generative AI. This is the only tech featured on the good and the bad sides. Generative AI tech is not bad per se, but developers playing fast and loose with implementation and a devil may care attitude toward using proprietary or publicly available data certainly has been a cause of concerns for regulators, proponents of responsible AI development, and others. Lax or non existent AI regulations have so far fostered data privacy issues, harmful content, web data is scrapping, copyright infringement issues, opaque development standards, AI bias, lack of accountability, and other topics of concern. European Union's AI Act, the first AI regulation passed anywhere, aims to address some or all of these concerns, but even that is not expected to go into effect until 2025, meaning development is expected to go unchecked for now. Admittedly, that is a recipe for innovation, among other things, to flourish. The ugly in tech in 2023. OpenAI board versus Sam Altman. Sam Altman returned to OpenAI as the CEO just 4 days after the board of the company B he co-founded fired him and fellow co-founder and president Greg Brockman. Altman attests that 4 days helped the company achieve mainstream significance at par with the ChatGPT. However, the series of the events that transpired in run up to and during these 4 days have aced the entire saga into a corporate hall of fame. The entire episode divided stakeholders, including consumers, investors, and fans, right down to the employees, to argue along the lines of betrayal, the emergence of savior provision, of proof for Altman's auster, a Masiha like resurrection rapid advancement to artificial general intelligence, evoking concerns of the existential threat to humanity and the company's commercialization initiatives. The OpenAI's dismay, almost 700 of the 770 employees forced to follow Altman to Microsoft. The company's principal investor, $13 billion, and owners of 49% of the stake in OpenAI's for profit enter- enterprise. After negotiations facilitated by former Twitch CEO Emmett Shear, who was roped in to lead OpenAI, the board reinstated Altman. OpenAI now has a new board with only Cura CEO Adam D. Anglio retaining its position as a member. Microsoft has gained an observer seat on the OpenAI board. Reddit controversy. Reddit changed its API pricing policy in April 2023, meaning third party apps would have to pay for access to Reddit's data, which was free until July 1, 2023. The move was especially death knell for multiple third party developers, including Apollo, which shut down on June 30. Apollo successfully relied support behind free access to data and against Reddit's new policy, but the company's leadership remained adamant, churning the situation sore. At the at one point, more than 8,200 subreddits with the tens of the thousands of moderators pledged to go private to protest against Reddit's new API policy, causing a massive outage. More importantly, Reddit's treatment of said moderators eroded community trust, leading to an exodus knowledge of users away from the platform. The resultant effect it had was forcing multiple third party developers to charge a subscription from users to access Reddit. For instance, Norwell of Reddit now charges $3.99 per month to IQS users. Infinity to Reddit charges at least $2.99 per month. It is cheapest. Relay for Reddit charges between $0.99 to $4.99, and now the Reddit charges $3.99. Meanwhile, the others such as Atom for Reddit have capped the post viewing limit based on the free API request limit. Reddit's monetization efforts to its valuable data followed those by X, which under Elon Musk aimed at opening another revenue system by introducing API pricing tiers in March 2023. Clearly, the two companies wanted to cease offering a free hand to AI companies, scrapping and using free data to train large language models. Reddit has even threatened to block web search crawlers for Google and Bing. In fact, 30.4% of the top 1,000 websites have blocked the GPT boot OpenAI's web crawling, according to Originality.ai. Meanwhile, 16.5% Of the top 1000 websites have blocked CC Boot, 8.5% have blocked Google Extended, and 2.4% have blocked Anthropic AI. In hindsight, Reddit was not wrong in identifying and acting on a strategic choice, but it could have handled it better. Now, in this situation, what we can say that what are your technology takeaway from the tech sector in 2023? These are the bads and goods of the 2023, where the most of the advancements in technology have been brought here and it has been seen here. Thank you very much.